Here we have an audio interview with one of the true founding fathers of Muscle Beach, the legendary Irvin Zabo Koszewski. He was there from the very beginning in 1950. He saw it all, from the Mae West Show to the creation of the very first Gold's Gym. This is his story in his own words. Let's listen in.
I came out here on a vacation, and somebody said, let's go to Muscle Beach. I was staying in LA. So I went down to the beach, and I took a look around, and I saw Joe Jackson through the grass, and I said, hey, man, I'm just going to stay here. Everybody's working out. It was 1950. I just kid. It was just a vacation. Three of us drove across country. We went from New Jersey to Miami, spent a week in Miami with them. From Miami, we drove down to Acapulco, spent some time in Acapulco, and then from there we drove out to Muscle Beach, to LA. And then somebody said, let's go to the beach. And I said, all right, let's go take a look at the beach. And I took one look at the beach, and I said, boy, this is for me. And then I went back to Jersey. And the next day I moved into Muscle House. And the following week I got a job at Packard Bell, so I could work and be out here and do my thing. I heard of Muscle Beach, but I never even thought about going down and seeing it, because I used to read about it in Strength and Health magazine. This one, Mr. New Jersey, 1948. And Mr. Middle Atlantic States. There was a couple guys, Henry Lange was down there, and John Verbotnik, George Eiferman, a few of the guys. And I seen people working out, and I said, this is it. And that was it. I never left. And then after a while, I got into the movie business and stuff where I could have time off. And then when I was off at the time, I was at the beach every day when I was off. So working out at the gym, and they were this movie Athena. They were hunting for people to work on the theater because it was going to be about a muscle family lived in a farm. I was working at the dungeon at the time, and they came down there and asked me to go for a test, and I went, and I was picked as one of the guys. From there, I got into the union, and then the Mae West Show came up. When I came back, we got into the Mae West Show career. We went to all the major cities, all the top nightclubs. We broke box records all over the country. And it was the first time people ever saw muscle guys. And of course, in those days, they never heard of it. And they all came to see us. We flew because we were always back east. So all through the East Coast, we went all the West Coast. And we were on the road for a whole year. I was working with the chorus lines. We went through every chorus line in the country, so to speak. We were some of the top girls in the world. Fun was great. And we were getting good money at the time. And I didn't care too much. I just done show business for the money. I get the money and run. I never wanted to be an actor or anything like that. I just done my thing. I've done some stunts. I worked with the stunts for a while. I've done big parts, just things like that. And it was easy. Muscle Beach. I loved the whole place. I loved the people. I loved the training. I liked the beach, the fresh air, sunshine. It was great. It was a lifestyle we had. It was laid back, and all my friends are here. I've been here now all these years, and all my friends are still around here. Each other when you're out once in a while out here. Joe Gold, Chuck Pendleton, there was Harry Swartz, there was, so many people. Artie Zeller, Donald Giuliani, Lloyd Gilman. The whole tour was Chuck Mahoney. It was just the way of life, that was all. Those days, people looked down about people that worked out, so we all stuck together. And nowadays, it's like the in thing. It's funny because then when I had to work in the movie business, I never told anybody we worked out because we wouldn't know we got pots. They think you're crazy. And they thought we were crazy because we were working off then. And the Muscle Beach was off limits. Told the girls not to go down there. We had a bad reputation. The parents used to tell their daughter it. Not to go down there, but they used to go there just on purpose. We had all kinds of girls on that beach. It was great. See, down the beach, they tried to get rid of the beach a long time ago. The politics, they wanted the beach. On Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays and all, we'd have thousands of people down there. But Ocean Park was losing business, and all people at the other end were losing business. So they wanted to get rid of that beach to spread the business out because we'd have thousands of people down there. And they tried several times to get rid of that goddamn, to get rid of the beach. They had one little girl there saying that we raped her and different stuff, and they were going to press charges. And she said the police chief or somebody was messing around with her, and they just hushed that right up. And nothing was heard. Then they finally got this other thing to get rid of it. There must have been about always trying to get rid of the beach. They didn't want it there. City council didn't want us. They just didn't want us. Crescent Park had a bigger draw, money-wise, yeah. The beach was the place where you learned about how to work out, how to eat. Everybody was eating right. They were on a health kick. And everybody was working out. And we got different tips, showed different ideas of how to work out. So nobody knew how to work out in those days. It was nothing. Yeah, everything was all new. We were all experimenting. And it was just a wonderful place to be. They got rid of Muscle Beach. They got all bums down there. We were all druggies and every other thing. And you don't dare walk down a promenade at night. In those days, we could just sleep out there. We'd done anything we wanted on the beach. We all lived at the Seaside Terrace. It was the cheapest place around, and we never had too much money, so it would be two or three guys to an apartment. So we could make the bulk. And we done all kinds of crazy. We'd get up on top of that roof and get bags of water and drop them on people. We had all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, I love the beach. At Doggy roast down at the beach, we'd have bonfires, and you couldn't have it now. We had all kinds of things that got down there. Then girls didn't work out too much in those days. Half of them was great. My whole life was working out. I planned my life around working out, my jobs and everything is all. The workouts had to be in there somewhere for peace of mind. The thing was, I tell you, we were working down the dungeon, and working out there, and we had the Muscle Beach Club down there because they took all the weights from the beach and put them down the dungeon. And Joe says, I'm tired of this stuff. He says, look, I got some land here. You guys put in some money. He says, I'll build a gym, and we can work out there. And it was only like everybody put in $100 a piece. And the guys didn't want to do it. For him and Hans, screw you, Joe said. And he says, I'll do it myself. So him and I went there, and we opened up Bell's Gym. What? We got together and done it. That's why you got a lot of advertisement. Anybody came to California to work out. And usually if anybody won to Mr. California, he usually won to Mr. America. It was the big thing. California was the place. There was a place to go. It was advertised in all the books. They were always writing about stories, doing this stuff. And I was curious when I was back east. I said, geez, I'd like to go and see that. Venice Beach was still there, and they had a weightlifting thing there. But nobody went there to work out. Nobody went to Muscle Beach. And then they start working out at the Venice Beach a little bit. I think you'd be leaning hard. So I used to stride for when I was at Muscle Beach all the time. And there was a period in the Muscle Beach days where everybody wanted to be big. They were drinking gallons of milk. They were big and smooth. And I never went for that. I guess the girls liked that better. And most of the guys just wanted to get big, and it didn't matter what it looked like. See, those days, I done it for health. Now these guys do it, and they're the most unhealthy guys you ever saw in your life. Because it's all drugs. Health doesn't enter the picture. They're dropping over on the stages in contests. Different things like that. A couple of them have died from taking too many drugs. It's all drugs. I haven't used it in my whole life. I didn't want it. I just done it for health. And that's what it seems now. If they find something that grows on them, like their legs or something, blow right up a person. But there were times when I was training and my legs were starting to get too big. I would stop training. So I wouldn't. It's even the girls who are on drugs. The girls, everybody, all the guys look like clones. They're all blown out of proportion. I wouldn't even want to look like that today. Just walk around like that. It's ridiculous. I didn't look good. I still work out. I've worked out my whole life. And that's it. And I still dare. I try and eat raw and work out and do the whole thing. Yeah, that's it.
If you enjoyed this amazing piece of history, please hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to dive deeper into the methods of this era, be sure to check out our store for ebooks and downloads. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.